We're back with part 3 of this week's Melbourne Pro Punters panel. Another tweet in from Mark Cruikshank from up in Sydney. Hello, Crookie.
Crookie.
Watched the Super Bowl with Crookie last week. 2 questions. He's actually got a couple of... He's got 3, actually. The Wallace stable in Melbourne, what have we made of them lately, boys?
Crookie, they're non-competitive, mate. Honestly, every now and again they train a winner. It's almost an accident when they do.
What did you mark? Hypocrites.
I think I marked it 2-1. Might have been 7-4. And
was it confident?
I went, as I said, I was out at the track for race 1. I thought it paraded sensationally, apart from its fucking crazy walk.
Yeah.
If anyone who hasn't seen that horse walk, it's worth the price of admission just to watch that horse. It's the funniest thing you've ever seen. He nearly puts his foot through the concrete. He's back.
That's a bad sign, because I marked it 2-7. I stayed out as well. I marked it and stayed out for exactly that reason. I just haven't got faith in that stable down here at the moment, outside of the elite. When the elite comes down, it seems that Chris comes down with them and they run to their best. But
yeah, well, I backed to Buckus the previous start. Thought, well, okay, because I was, I can trust it now because it won. But nothing, just
terrible.
Nothing.
It's bad when they put the foot to the floor.
Crookie, fortunately, they don't have heaps of runners, and but geez, that you need to have a really strong case for them to back them, because the tactics are more than likely going to be negative. And like I said, it feels like a fluke when they win a race at the moment.
Is it fair to say more leaders win Melbourne races than Sydney races?
No. No, not in my view.
He also said interested in the views on the bizarre tactics / programming of Malaguera. Seemed odd. Stable tried 1400 again and an aggressive ride.
I mean, it had that extremely high rating, over the Flemington Carnival, not last year, the year before, leading all the way at 1400. So I don't think it was something that it's not capable of.
And it drew the outside barrier. Yeah. So your choice from the outside barrier is to sit there midfield and do nothing.
Yeah.
Drag all the way at the back on a fast horse, or try and get in and hope that the speed isn't that big.
As I said before, Crookie, I think the big issue for Malaguera, in hindsight, I didn't see this previously, is that it was off a short break at Moonee Valley from the Perth trip, and it spent all of its chips there. Right, so they're going to have to rebuild him now. So
what I'm saying is you've got to say, what else could they have done? If it drew barrier 4 and they rode him like that, you'd say, what are they fucking doing? It was the sit's there for it. But from the outside barrier, you've got to be. You can't knock proactivity, I think.
No. I think it was if the horse was in prime condition, which in hindsight it wasn't. It was a good situation for it. Sitting off, turn me loose.
You said parade?
No, I'd gone back to the office by then. So I did talk to my man, and I was watching on TV. It seemed the parade fine. I didn't pick up anything, but sitting off, turn me loose like that was that was a situation in the race you could have won from. It was a winning position, but the horse didn't have the weapons on the day. So.
And Crookie also asked, and a couple of other people tweeted in about Valistar yesterday at Werribee.
Can I tell a story?
Tragedy beaten, but doesn't have any future. And we'll go back to the past before we leave, come back to the present, and then go forward to the future.
Okay. It's a very special horse to a good mate of the show, who I think is possibly back from Bali as we speak. DK and Velstar have a very interesting history. The horse has only had one run, but DK had found a horse I went from memory, I think it was called Atlantic Road at Geelong, and he backed it at a really good price early. Him and I backed it as well. We had a really substantial bet on this horse, and it's done everything DK expected. Sat at the lead, shot clear on the turn, and he's basically, almost gone the early crow, and he's just out of the corner of his eye caught this unseen first starter from the pain yard with, I think, Jared Fry riding it, start to sort of make a bit of ground, and it's absolutely jumped out of nowhere to get up and beat Atlantic Road on the line. And I didn't see DK for about 2 days. I think he went for a walk.
For 2 days. He walked from Hanger up to Wood End.
And he's one of the better blow-ups blokes.
He gets it out of the system.
This was a spectacular blow-up. I think that night he drank a very expensive bottle of wine. And when I saw Valistar in yesterday, I started laughing, which seems quite cruel. And I lost a bunch of money on that race myself. But it was $2.20, so I thought, this will be fun. I get to watch this race without having any skin in the game. And then I watched the horses run, and it was
wow.
Well, anyone that took the 220 will say, I really feel sorry for you. That was a tragedy. That was.
He's taking 220 in an apprentice only race.
Hang on. If anyone who took 220, send an invoice to E Brown.
Yeah.
Because, and then so that's E Brown, care of the riding school, which is where he probably should be for the next week.
He's a good young kid. He's a good young kid. He's a good young kid that's got a lot of talent. He just got lost on that horse. That's all.
Brain dead to me.
Anyway,
and I know brain dead better than most. If you backed it though,
you would feel very.
Well, I'm starting to deteriorate. We normally do eat first and then we do the show. Now we saw that.
Oh, so now all of a sudden you two are in a hurry. Wow.
Correct. Hello.
Jesus.
Not Carrot Carpenter.
All right. Well then. I don't use too many
What's to
others.
follow? Humidor.
Hang on.
Humidor winner of Group 1.
There was a real good one here from Wagering Feed. Jubby, there's been a recent sway away by your show towards wider industry issues, whereas I'm more interested in the racing and betting. I realise others are probably interested in off-track issues, but I feel the balance has gone too far that way. Just my 2 bobs worth. Looking forward to today's renewal.
I blame 3 people: Darren Potter, Anthony Jupp, and Dan Kelly for introducing Cobalt as a discussion point a few shows back. As soon as we finish filming, we're going to discuss all this over the cattle lunch here at the Mighty All Nations Hotel.
No, can I say good email, Wagering Feed. I think the problem was we were getting initially we were getting too bogged down in the review of the Saturday meeting. It was taking too long. So we tried to address
this show
that.
Never takes too long.
And we might have overdone it a bit. So I think we're going to try and find a blend of reviewing the previous Saturday's meeting and try and get a real focus on the wagering. We haven't even talked about Furyk. I mean, Furyk was extraordinary. I was talking to another professional punter on Friday, and he said to me, "Have you backed Furyk yet?" And he said, "What price did you mark it?" I said 2-1. He said, "Have you backed it yet?" And I said, "No, but I probably should have because it was at that stage still 380." So I got off the phone to him and I backed it. And he said, "Well, I've taken it." He said, "What price do you think it'll start?" And I said, "Oh, it'll start 280 for sure, won't it?" And he goes, "Yeah, the longest it can start is 280, isn't it?" I went, "You're right, you're dead right." So I got off the phone and backed it. But not in my wildest dreams did I expect that horse to run 230 on the totes. Which just shows you when things line up and you get the lines like a bunch of the positives, you've got to take that early price because the big teams will just, they won't stop until it jumps.
Yeah. So. Boys, week ahead, we've got Sandown tomorrow. Have you been out there yet, Pop?
I haven't been out there, but I expect the track to race well.
It's racing
well. It is racing well. And
that was just one of the...
I've done all the form.
One other quick thing. Lakeside. We were back there after the renovations.
There's 2 minutes.
Yeah, everything seems to be... They've got it spot on.
The team have done a great job there. They've smoothed the turnout. The jockeys are liking it. There are little subtleties there that we can get an edge by walking the track, but I think tomorrow's will play really well.
This is bullshit. Are you telling me that if you leave these professionals to do their job, they might get it right?
Good catch on.
Okay, so we've got Sandown tomorrow. Both of you guys are sets? Yep. Thursday's stall during the day and Pakenham at night. And then we go to Tatura on Friday and Moonee Valley Friday night. And then Saturday, we have the Black Caviar Lightning Stakes.
Oh, sorry.
We have I'm off to Bendigo, but the big meeting is it's Buck and Cup Day. And the Buck and Cubs pubs reopened after the Buck and Pub burnt down.
Just think if we'll go there.
Well, you need to set off now. It's about 4.5 hours away.
Oh, well, I'd go there a bit because of Lakes Entrance, so I'm just up there.
So I'll give a free tip out for tomorrow at Sandown. Just before I come, there was no rider declared for the Answer My Friend, and just as I was about to leave, Bo Mertens was declared. Bo Mertens is a very good young jockey. He is outstanding at Sandown. He is a great booking for that horse.
And not afraid
I'd say
to
he's
lead.
Almost without peer at Sandown.
Not afraid to lead.
I would think the Answer My Friend is a very good price in the early markets there tomorrow.
Can you not post this for a while? So
yeah, I'm going to back it.
I won't be posting for a while. I meant to read that. That'll do us for this week's show.
I've got something for DK here. DK's been away. I want to give him a bit of a hand. Did a big review yesterday of all the last couple of weeks. I found some maidens that I thought are worth DK having a look at. Miss Strathallan, DK. And she won first up at Pakenham over 1600. That was an eye catcher.
It's actually owned by a friend of DK's.
Is it?
Yeah. Hello, Xavier.
I can't really get my head around that win. Some sort of win there. And the other names I wrote down here was Sandhurst Delight. Can't even remember where that was, but must have been something there caught my attention. And there was one from the A Payne stable I thought was worth following. Wasn't really a great maiden, but could be something there. The horse was called He's Our Woody. Went around big odds, raced on pace in a pretty fast race somewhere in the Southern Districts.
Paddy bits here.
Yeah, we're done. That's all.
So you can. Oh, okay, guys. Sorry.
I hope that helps. I hope that helps, DK. Just trying to.
So you head to One to Follow to grab both the Punters plays and the full sets, and head to racetrackralphie.com to grab Ralphie stuff. Until next time, punters. Good luck.